Unlink neural pathways like a human and not like a robot. The psychologist's first job is to tell you that you are not your emotions, but rather they are a template, a guideline towards what it is that you actually need in order for you to fulfill an unmet need within. To create separation between a belief system and an emotion is to integrate it within the body somatically, intrinsically. These sensations need to be processed, not just logically through the brain. Therefore, to become a master alchemist is to get familiar with the emotion rather than logically trying to move through them, because when you logically think about it, you are activating the prefrontal cortex. You are not activating the amygdala, which is the emotional center. You have to activate a theta brainwave state in order for you to move and process through these emotions, which is why meditation can be so helpful for many of you. I have an inner child meditation in my bio. You want to go check that out. That's why in my previous video, the research of overthinking and suppressing your emotions is way more mentally exhausting than emotionally moving through an emotion, because you are reactivating the beta brainwave state as opposed to the theta, which is where the subconscious is most likely to be impressed and where you can release and unlink and prune old neural circuits, old neural pathways, and literally transform your identity, the way that you feel about yourself, and self-soothe on a somatic level rather than a logically, mental level. Neuroplasticity proves that you can prune away an old story and rewrite a new one. So the more that you observe these stories, these thought patterns, you are not engaging with the thought pattern that you don't want to believe, the feelings of yourself that is quite literally coming up from this thought pattern, from this belief system. You're no longer engaging with it, means that you are no longer firing and wiring the same way of thinking, feeling, and behaving, because you are becoming an observer. You are not becoming the emotion. This creates separation. So in order for you to change the way that you feel about yourself, that requires linking, repetition, consistency, and providing your brain feedback from this external environment. So that means placing yourself in situations, even if it's little situations, that can actually add and compound onto the belief system that you would rather have. So if you want to say like, I'm beautiful, then try, getting dressed up and doing things that make you feel beautiful. You can even work out, put yourself first, things that make you feel beautiful, that you associate beauty with. And because the hippocampus is in the emotional center, which is responsible for long-term memory, when you add emotion to a belief system that you're trying to integrate, you are deeply encoding it within your subconscious mind, within your conscious mind. So don't look at triggers as regressing, but rather a doorway, an opportunity to move through it, to process it thematically. It's not about spiritually bypassing your emotions, but rather pairing it up with physical, tangible evidence, and pair it up with desired emotions and acting accordingly to have it work in your favor.